Well, good evening. This is completely artificial light. It isn't actually bad, so I guess this is working out. The sun has kind of gone down, and our gray summer days have been very persistent. So, let's see. This is evolving, and I guess step by step, the goal here is to reach 100 videos, I guess, on the channel that I've set up. And by the time 100 videos are reached, to be good at this. I guess that's my goal. And right now, I'm learning some video editing, but I'm not going to try that quite yet with these videos. This is kind of like, but video editing will make things work out really nicely for some of the things that I'm trying out. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for coherent community and decent tech help. And I came up with all these odd little phrases while I was, I don't know, over the last few years, because nothing in this world has actually gotten any traction or really gotten any better in like the last 8 years, I guess is the best way to put it. I think it's about 8 years ago that I came up with this company idea called New Logistics Search. And New Logistics Search is based on the idea that so much is changing that we need to kind of get ready for it. And that became getting ready for climate change, and then that became all kinds of different things with all kinds of different content. So anyway, this is a diagram. I try to keep things very simple. So if you can reduce things down to 4 basic directions at any given time, in my opinion, that's a good thing to have happening. And so we have this is part of this right here. But more or less, this is schedule a difference. So part of my little paradigm, we'll call it a business, we'll call it an economy, whatever it is. Part of that is called schedule a difference. This is the most important thing going on in the world right now. If we do not schedule a difference to what we're doing, we will just be, it's just going to fall apart so fast you won't even understand what's happened in a few years. The other part is phone app coloring pages. Phone app. I'm working on a phone app. I'm at an airport actually. That's a plane outside. Okay, so for basic, simple QR codes, right? I've been talking about this for several years. So I'm working on a phone app. The first application for the phone app is what I'm calling coloring pages, but we can also just call that tech doc, right? The other one, which I mentioned, is 3dprintingland.com, 3D Printing Land. And this is part of something that I believe is very important, which is called adequate technology. Adequate technology is what gets it done. Okay, it's like right now the work has been done. Globally, the work has been done. If we would get along with each other, we'd be quite okay. If we would just settle on adequate technology. Oh, and then we might as well just remind each other here that language is a technology. Okay? Adequate technology, adequate language, right? This make-believe amnesia, this make-believe, oh, I don't understand. I mean, it's just so dumb. I mean, there are people we now have a kind of a global IQ test right now between just insufferably stupid and adequate technology. And then over here, for how I'll be making a living probably from now on, is original pieces, which I have a whole bunch of, and prints, Giclée prints, maybe 3D prints, and NFTs, which I find to be hilarious, but I'll bet you, I mean, These people are, I will probably have one NFT in my life that is worth like a whole bunch of money. It's just insane. In fact, I'm thinking of calling this series, we're back to potential NFTs. Okay, great. Anyway, so I'm kind of doing this to show how simple things are in what I'm doing. It doesn't really waver from this. This matrix code thing is going to keep being useful. This adequate technology thing in 3D printing land is going to keep being useful. This schedule a different strategy or approach to the world is going to just keep being the way it is. And this is kind of a philosophy issue over here, because I do have a philosophy. It's a very good philosophy, I think, which is basically based on the idea that we live in a now that doesn't go away. We are time-bound creatures, and we live in a now that never goes away. And what we're dealing with is we're dealing with the phenomenon of what could be called time, which is literally change, things changing all the time. And that could become a little bit zen, and I'm not as dumb as that sounds. I mean, I actually have kind of put the fact of meaning in kind of a timeless now. Okay, that's my kind of part of my philosophy. Okay, going into this art, and then going into, well, the issue is wherever I go, people are always demanding money of me, so I had better have a way of making some money. And I went through 3 jobs this year and just found out that, I don't know, politely fired is kind of like what just happened. I was drawing coloring pages, but they didn't want me to use lines. They didn't want me to discuss lines. I don't know if I mentioned that in another video or not. Anyway, this is, so part of what we're talking about with the phone app and all of this here is the media. Let's just call it the media. The media is the message. And I'm now, especially with Schedule a Difference, interested in TikTok being combined with a YouTube channel. Okay? And one of this here, this is where the video editing comes. I'm learning, but I'm not very good at it yet, how to set up some very cool videos for what could be called, what you're seeing here is my approach to the video. So on the YouTube channel, we have videos that are like 10 minutes long. They'll let you have 10-minute videos on TikTok. But the YouTube channel, we're trying to keep the videos to about 10 minutes, sometimes a little longer to do some quality drawing, but about 10 minutes. But this here, excuse me, is about 3 minutes at most. So when I do my little daily video or whatever I'm doing, or maybe 4 videos a day, each one kind of, referring to one of these directions, because the goal is, I'll be just fine when I have, I mean, some of these guys have like, what are they, influencers? There's people that have like lots and lots of people who pay attention to them. I really only need about 4,000 people who would agree with me, maybe, and we're kind of on our way for Schedule a Difference and a few other things. That's basically scheduling, preparing for climate change, etc. Okay, so the way the video works is, this is the TikTok video. It could be other ones, but this is a phone. This is the correct proportion for a phone screen, right? TikTok, right? Well, meanwhile, I develop the daily content over here, and I suppose for today we'll just go back to the planetoids. I'm kind of cheating. Planetoid coloring page. Okay. Now, on a normal day, there would be a QR code sitting here. That's part of it. to send you to interesting places, but my tablet decided to be not that useful today. Okay, so, and part of this is how to draw. You know, I can't write all this out. We'll just say that part of it is that, each one of these little sections has part of that. We could say the philosophy kind of goes into the education. The coloring pages really go into the education. So, showing people how to draw. So, the planetoid, I show you how to draw something on the planetoid. Let's say it's going to be today, it's going to be one of these buildings that go through the planetoid. And one of the characters is going to be next to the building. And then also explaining the story. So this is Planetoid X. The story will get better than this. The Planetoid X. On Planetoid X, I don't know, the Mitt Romney clone. I came up with some interesting clones. One would be the Thomas Jefferson clone. I don't know why I thought of Mitt Romney. The Republicans, maybe. This is the Mitt Romney clone. And this is the Planetoid X mainframe building. There's other buildings sticking through the firmament or whatever here. Right, okay. And anyway, he's here and he's talking to a robo-clerk who's doing an inventory of planetoids, right? Okay. And they're discussing the archaeological project, which is that buried in the planetoids from another information age are like the broken pieces of various robots, right? Because something really weird happened in this other information age, right? And do we want to reassemble these robots? It's like Planet of the Apes. Do we really want to do this archaeology? Who knows what we shall unleash? Who knows what we shall unleash? So the action is kind of taking place in this area right here. And so on a given day, I would bang through we could call it a pitch, right? Storyboard kind of thing. Storyboard kind of thing, right? And then what would happen is we'd get this far with this. This would probably be what we could call step A of the YouTube channel, which is then edited down to the TikTok video, which moves very quickly, which has something more like this, drawn relatively quickly, with the invite being that you visit the channel, see more of the story, but this part of it gets drawn kind of quickly. Now we already know that this is a hand from the archaeological project. Right. It's down there being viewed. Right. Here's our two guys, the Mitt Romney clone and the robo clerk, making a decision about what are we going to do with the project, the archaeological project. Okay, now I'm just blathering, but I'm showing you how these videos can come together for basically these four directions and accumulate and create a channel. And what is this good for? This is good for Another plane is landing up there. This is good for the building the 4,000 people who understand that in this land of media, we'll just put media here again. It's a new game, basically. Maybe there's a QR code in here too. We might put those in there too. Because these are kind of like storyboard, coloring page, how to draw things that happen on TikTok very fast. With a little bit of support material happening on the channel that you can find. It's kind of cool. And then at least one panel, maybe a day from the story, you know. And so on TikTok, I haven't seen anybody. Probably somebody will see this video and immediately start copying the idea, maybe, or maybe not. But anyway, think of comic stories being drawn on TikTok that go into storyboard situations with QR codes, have some support material that makes it interesting in terms of storyboarding and content, this kind of pitch for something here, that actually play a role in what could be called this ongoing search for coherent community, decent tech help for what amounts to the schedule a difference issue, number one, for climate change, and then along for the ride, 3D printing land. And right now, 3D printing is major plastic, but just think of hemp, other things playing a big role in what 3D printing is becoming, and also think of what is really going to happen with climate reality, another plane, climate reality and margin ambitions. This has now become a holy grail for some of our super powerful and super wealthy. Anyway, there's lots of room for discussion, but now let's go back to this, because this is what we would close out on more or less, and that's what you would find on TikTok, right? Very cool. Now, there's a shadow falling because of the unnatural light I'm using, but that's okay. And how long did we take and where are we? Yay. We took 17 minutes to explain that. So shave 7 minutes off of that. Oop, now 8 minutes, and we've got an episode. Very cool. Thank you.